Ah, seeker of the infinite, you stand upon the threshold of greatness, yearning to cast off the mundane and don the mantle of the extraordinary. To become superhuman is not merely to lift the weight of 1,000 men, nor to outpace the wind, nor to command the elements as the ancients whispered of old, is to unlock the boundless potential buried deep within the marrow of your being, to stretch beyond the confines of the flesh and touch the unseen. It begins, as all great transformations do, in the temple of the mind. Each morning, before the world stirs from its slumber, you rise not as one bound to the cycle of exhaustion and repetition, but as a sovereign over your destiny. The moment your eyes part from the embrace of sleep, you enter the realm of silence, where the mind is clay, soft and unshaped, awaiting the hands of the sculptor. You breathe deeply, with intent, for breath is the bridge between the known and the unknown, the physical and the divine. The air is not mere sustenance, but life's firstborn energy, and with each inhale, you summon power. With each exhale, you purge weakness. You sit in stillness, spine erect like the pillars of forgotten temples, and you meditate not as one who merely seeks calm, but as a warrior sharpening the blade of perception, training the mind to see not only what is, but what may be. The body, this vessel gifted to you, must be reforged like iron in the fires of discipline. You do not train as the idle masses do, for their efforts yield only hollow strength. You stretch, not as an afterthought, but as a ritual, carving space within your own frame for the life force to flow unhindered. And then there is the temple's nourishment, for what is the worth of strength if the foundation is built upon sand? The tongue craves weakness, but the will must dictate otherwise. You consume not in gluttony, but in wisdom foods rich in the essence of the earth, electrified by the sun itself. You fast, not as one who suffers, but as one who unlocks the primal codes within. For in hunger, there is clarity. In deprivation, there is power. The cells awaken, the body repairs, and the mind descends. No, yours is a different path. You move as nature intended fluid, powerful, unrestricted. Calisthenics sculpt you into a living monument of raw capability. You master the arts of balance, control, endurance. You sprint not for distance, but for intensity, teaching your muscles to explode with divine fury. You leap, you twist, you adapt, for the body must be as limitless as the soul that commands it. You stretch, not as an afterthought, but as a ritual, carving space within your own frame for the life force to flow unhindered. And then there is the temple's nourishment, for what is the worth of strength if the foundation is built upon sand? The tongue craves weakness, but the will must dictate otherwise. You consume not in gluttony, but in wisdom foods rich in the essence of the earth, electrified by the sun itself. You fast, not as one who suffers, but as one who unlocks the primal codes within. For in hunger, there is clarity. In deprivation, there is power. The cells awaken, the body repairs, and the mind descends. But what of energy beyond the flesh? The unseen rivers that course through your very being, the forces that the ancients knew well, but the modern world has forgotten. You rekindle the dormant circuits with Inki prana, second through breath, through motion, through intent. You learn to harness the electromagnetic currents that swirl through the body, aligning yourself with the great rhythm of the cosmos. Your hands begin to tingle. A warmth arises from within, and soon you realize the energy is real. It has always been, and so, as the days weave into weeks, and the weeks into years, you ascend. You see the world not as a prison, but as a playground of potential. Your mind sharpens, thoughts become clear, memory vast. Your intuition whispers secrets before events unfold. You see beyond words, beyond deception, beyond illusion. Your body moves not with effort, but with grace. An instrument finely tuned, pain becomes an old friend, for in pain you have found mastery. Time slows when you will it to, and in moments of crisis, you move before thought. But no, this path is not for the weak of spirit, nor the wavering in heart. It is the path of the warrior, the sage, the God in them. Those who seek comfort will never grasp what you now hold. The old self will resist, will claw and beg for the warmth of ignorance. But you are no longer the person you were. You are something more. You are the architect of your own evolution, and so you continue, never stopping, never yielding, until one day you look upon your own reflection and realize you have become what they once called legend. You have become superhuman,